would I recommend to somebody who is doubting themselves? And I know that you do, right? Whatever people can see about you, how successful you are, how cool you are, how you're on the top of the world, and how you have to, in fact, hold the team, the institutions, right? So they would deliver. You're not showing up weak, and I will never invite you to show up weak in front of your people, because that's not your job. It's not your job to become vulnerable and sharing your poo-poo me stories with them, because they came for your spirit. They came for your energy. I mean, when I'm typically preparing somebody for very important negotiations, for example, for closing some very important deal that will totally, for example, fund the whole mission. It's super important. So what I teach them is understanding that your ego, which is your emotional wounded self, is actually extremely manageable. And you know the voice that it listens to, what kind of command it listens to. It listens to the voice of the mother. I will tell you, it's the ideal mother you probably never had. I know I mean, it's very rare that people do have those kind of mothers who'd never had their own issues, right? But we are talking about the voice of this universal mother who can accept you no matter what. It's unconditional love. And so this is what your ego, your wounded self, is really looking for. And your job as somebody who is, has some, basically who is pretty desperate to get their work out. So it's like you have to start to understand yourself. Right? So this is how you're going to be channeling that voice of the universal mother. This is how you're going to be understanding that it's your job to get your ego under control.